Dauntless drifts in the aftermath of the battle, a battered survivor amidst the wreckage of destroyed Thanatos warships. Smoke billows from ruptured hulls, and the silence is broken only by the hiss of escaping atmosphere. Exhaustion hangs heavy on the bridge crew, their faces pale with the adrenaline rush receding. Captain Nova Pierce surveys the scene, a grim satisfaction etched on her face. They've survived, but at a heavy cost. The Dauntless limps, its weapons systems flickering ominously. Glancing at the crew, she sees the toll the battle has taken: injuries, near misses, and the ever-present shadow of lost comrades. Nova knows they can't afford to celebrate. The Thanatos fleet may be crippled, but it's not destroyed. They need to get the Dauntless back to Terran space, to safety and repairs. The weight of this responsibility presses down on her, a burden she shoulders for the sake of her crew and the Terran Alliance. Suddenly, a crackle of static pierces the silence. The communications officer scrambles, his voice tense. "Captain, we're picking up a faint distress signal. It's Terran, originating from a nearby asteroid field." Nova's eyes narrow. A Terran ship in distress near an enemy stronghold? Could be a trap, but it could also be their only chance for reinforcements. A decision needs to be made, and fast. Plot a course for the distress signal. Nova orders, her voice resolute. "Weapons systems, prepare for any hostiles. We're going in." A murmur of concern ripples through the bridge crew. They're barely operational, and venturing into an asteroid field could be a suicide mission. But Nova meets their gazes, her own unwavering. They fight for each other, for the Terran Alliance, and for the hope of survival. The Dauntless limps towards the asteroid field, a maze of rock and ice looming ahead. The bridge crew works with renewed purpose, their faces grim but determined. Sensors flicker, picking up faint traces of the distress signal. Suddenly, a blaring alarm cuts through the tension. "Enemy fighters on our flank," Reyes shouts, his voice tight. Nova grits her teeth. They've flown right into a Thanatos ambush. The crippled Dauntless is no match for a squadron of enemy fighters in their current state. But giving up isn't an option. With a fierce determination in her eyes, she barks orders, maneuvering the Dauntless through the treacherous asteroid field while fending off enemy attacks. The Dauntless dives deeper into the asteroid field, the enemy fighters hot on their tail. The distress signal grows stronger, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. Can they reach the source of the signal before the Thanatos fighters overwhelm them? Will they find allies or another enemy trap?